Welcome to a new fragrance review. Today we're going to try Florida Water. So I found that bottle and I was really surprised to see this. Never heard about it. It's really old perfume. I mean, this one was new, but it was created a long time ago. It was made in 1808, more than 200 years ago. So it's really old school, like ultra old school fragrance. Just to give you an idea, other fragrances that are really old and known to be really old are, for example, 4711, which is in the same family, was made in 1792, a little bit before this one, like 20 years. And Fougère Royale by Houbigant that also was really known, which was made in 1882. So not quite 100 years, like 80 years afterward. So I never heard about this one. It's an eau de cologne. There's only this to show. I've tried my best to not destroy the wrapping on top, so the presentation looks good. And the bottle is made out of plastic, though I would strongly assume that it was in a glass bottle in the older time. I mean, of course, plastic didn't existed, but I don't know when it started to be in plastic. Heard a lot of things about this being some kind of magical purifying water or something, but it says cologne, so it's an eau de cologne. It's a perfume, so I'm gonna analyze it like that. Knowing that Fougère Royale that was created a good 8 years after this fragrance, being the first fragrance with any synthetic ingredient, every single ingredient in the original bottle was natural, of course. Now, for the price it is, maybe it's all natural, but I would assume there are some synthetic stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna go with the smell and everything, tell you what I think about it, including this. So on paper, there is some orange flower note. There's a strong mint note. It feels really herbal. Feels like rosemary a little bit. Could be lavender, that with other stuff. I would say it's more rosemary. I would think that this is probably some not natural ingredient that they're putting now. It's really a fresh, citrus, aromatic fragrance. So on my skin, what I'm picking up, the top notes, there's mint, there's a little bit of citrus, especially orange. There's some cloves. There's a little bit of clove on paper. It was not obvious, but there's a little bit of clove. And there was a little bit of lavender on my skin. Now that I'm smelling it on the paper, I would assume that this ingredient, some lavender essential oil that is really herbal, or it might be also some linalool that is really in between, as like its pure smell, really in between lavender and rosemary, and depending what's in the mix, might turn toward one or the other. Heart notes is cloves, and in the heart is really the clove note that is the most present, and there's a little bit of lavender still. And toward the base is mint that is coming again. I don't know if it's because cloves should last longer than mint, but it's still minty toward the end. Projection is pretty low, but it's really more of a summer fragrance. It's really a fresh fragrance more than anything else. I've never smelled 4711, but I would assume that it's at least in the same category of fragrance. Longevity is 1 to 2 hours, and I would say that maybe in your clothes or something you could smell it longer, but on my skin it was 1 to 2 hours. Usually I would say the complete note breakdown, but there was no complete note breakdown anywhere that I could find. The best I could find was that it smelled orange and clove. So I don't have any note breakdown for you except what I said before, which is mint, citrus, orange, or more orange flower, cloves, lavender, rosemary. Fragrance is pretty linear. I would say that toward the heart it becomes a bit more toward cloves, but it's stay like a fresh, minty, bit citrusy fragrance the whole time of the fragrance. Now where I would see this fragrance, it's an old school fragrance, but it's not old school as you imagine it. Personally, I would say it's nothing like contemporary fragrance, and I would even add stuff that are really old, like polo green or aramis in the modern fragrance. Is really different. It's not such a good fragrance. It doesn't last long, doesn't project like crazy. I don't think it will be a good business fragrance, though it's fresh, it's nice maybe for some kind of summery event that you need to go out. Could be good because it's still aromatic. Would be okay as a business fragrance. Don't think it would be good as a dating fragrance. It's not the style at all. In the winter summer fragrance, in winter it would be horrible. It doesn't project with moderate temperature, so in winter it wouldn't project at all. Also, there's some kind of cool feeling. I'm pretty sure there's menthol or actual mint essential oil inside of the mix, and it really shows when you're wearing it. There's some kind of cooling effect. In summer though, it will be really great, and I would assume that this kind of fragrance was really great in summer before the time that there was AC and electricity and all of this, because just wearing it, it kind of cools you a little bit. For summer, it will be great. Also, the type of scent is good for summer. The projection makes it good for summer. You can literally soak yourself in that fragrance because it's not a spray, it's a splashing bottle. You could put a lot on it and will still be good. You'll probably feel refreshed and feel great in summer. And really, this is where this fragrance has all its appeal. It's for summer to just refresh yourself, smell good, and that's it. And as an everyday scent, it would be horrible. It lasts 2 hours at best, so you would have to splash it all the time in summer. It's not good. It's not made for that. It's really made as a summer fragrance. Now, what I think about it, I think it smells nice. It smells fresh, refreshing. It doesn't smell like the kind of fragrance I would like to wear all the time. Not even often, maybe once or twice in summer, especially in the hot days. I don't think I will keep this bottle long enough for reaching summer and trying. Maybe I'll keep a little bit of it. It's an eau de cologne, and the concentration, the first ingredient is alcohol, so I would assume that there's at least 50% of the liquid that is alcohol. So I would try it as an aftershave, and I would probably just go through the bottle using it as an aftershave. But still smells nice and it's refreshing, and it was like ultra cheap. So if you find it, don't put too much strength in finding it, but if you find it and you want to try it, it's nice, especially if it's in summer. So hope you enjoyed the video. If it's the case, we'll like and share. If you try this fragrance or any other of this company, which is Murray and Lanman, tell me what you think about it and which other fragrance you think are worth trying. I know there's also like a Peruvian Florida water that exists, that the liquid, instead of being green, it's orange. So if you tried both, tell me what you think is the difference between both of them, if they're just the same with different colors or if they really are different. So thanks for watching. See you soon.